creating a special economic zone was geared towards reviving the economy, but partly in manufacturing sector. Originally, before establishing this zone, industries were scattered everywhere. They had no basic facilities like these superb access road. Here we have a variety of infrastructure like fiber optic, CCTV. There were no gazetted place with all these services. But here in a special economic zone, the government initiated this project to avail all these basic necessities that will support manufacturing. And one, as you said, as you had asked, the major importance was one, creating a conducive environment for the investor. And as you know, we wanted to create jobs. Manufacturing, creating jobs, as you have seen, so many jobs have been created within a span of 5 years. It is the estimate, the recent estimate was 13,000 within the span, and so many factories, as you have seen, are under construction, meaning that apart from the casual laborers, even permanent jobs will be created after construction. Again, in addition to job creation, there are so many advantages, like import substitution. Most of the items, products that were imported before, now are being manufactured here. Again, export. Balance of payment deficit. Many of the factories here are exporting. And it is easier now for us as government, as RDB, to attract investor when showing them a serviced land rather than before where we had no serviced land. So all these are the advantages that have accrued because of the industrial zone. But on the other side, investors are also benefiting, not only the government. Physical and non-physical incentives. Non-physical, a serviced land, well secured with security, with all basic necessities that are required for manufacturers. So it is a win-win situation. And again, economies of scale. Now here, other than government extending all these infrastructure to various locations, at least it can be done in one place. So it saves the cost of establishing the zone.
Talk to me about the foregone tax, the tax revenues, because we do know that there are tax incentives given to companies that set up in the economic zone, at least those that are ready to spend about $50 million of investment, or even a bit less. So how does this weighs out with the potential benefits? Tell me something about this.
Thank you, Michael. Maybe with tax, as I said, there are tax and non-tax incentives here. But as you know, we have investment code which articulates all the incentives for all factories, either in the zone or outside the zone. We wouldn't have made a different tax exemption package for only these people here in the zone. Because as you know, there were other factories that were scattered outside the zone before even this was initiated. So there is a uniform law, investment code, which articulates a lot of incentives, if maybe we can share with you. One, as you said, for exporters, all imports, raw materials are exempted. We have a specific incentive for people here in the zone, especially when they're exporting outside EAC, over 80% of their produce. It is also articulated in the East African Customs Code, which exempts most of the taxes for them to be able to be competitive on the world stage.
After how many companies are in the special economic zone today?
Approximately 100 so far are operating, and we have over 30 in the first and second phase, which are under construction.
So with under construction, you mean there is about 160?
Almost. There will be, once the first and the second zone are fully occupied, there will be more than 160, as you have said. But we are not ending here, because this is the first of its kind, but we've earmarked over 80 industrial sites, which will also be upgraded into special economic zone in different areas of the country. There are almost 8 which will have similar infrastructure and similar setup.